Hey guys, it's Claire. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. So I'm sure that most of you have heard of the anime Oshi No Ko, which was pretty popular a couple years ago. It was all over YouTube and my whole recommended just kept playing all of the songs from the anime. And for the longest time, I had never watched it. I always thought that the people in it looked like so pretty. Like their eyes, you could just stare into their eyes forever. They had a whole galaxy basically in their eyes. Anyways, I had never actually watched this anime and I'm pretty late to watching it. It's not as popular as it used to be like 2 years ago. I saw that somebody commented on one of my videos and told me to draw Ai from Oshi No Ko. The thing is, I actually had no idea what any of the characters' names were from Oshi No Ko, so I had to look it up. But then I figured out, oh, it's the really pretty like main character from the show. So I decided I wanted to watch the show before like drawing one of the characters, and I watched it. And it was only 11 episodes, but it was really good. And I'm really excited to watch the next season, which I'm pretty sure is out already, but I don't have an app to watch it on. So I have to wait to watch season 2. There was also that one song that was from Oshi No Ko that would be on my YouTube recommended all the time, and then it would just like play on repeat in my head. Oh my gosh, that song got so stuck in my head. Anyways, it was actually a really good anime, and I really loved how pretty they looked. Main reason that most people watched it is just because how pretty the people looked. Especially Ai from Oshi No Ko, who had like the prettiest eyes on planet Earth. So today I'm going to be drawing Ai from Oshi No Ko, which was requested, and I will find that comment and I will put it up so you guys can see it. Anyway, so I actually already started this sketch, and I'm so sorry. I totally had everything like planned out. I was sketching it and I just forgot to hit record, which is really annoying. But here's the sketch so far. I didn't do that much, but I did start doing the face, as you can see, of Ai. And what the reference I'm doing, I will pop up a reference. It's like Ai and her hands are out like this, sort of. I decided to cause myself pain by drawing both of the hands. It's probably gonna be really annoying. But anyways, this is what I have so far of it, and yeah, I just have to finish it up. I don't usually draw sideways like this. The one time that I did it before, I was really happy with how it turned out. So I'm drawing it sideways like this in my sketchbook. I'm going to be using a lot of my Ohuhu markers to color this in, along with color pencils, and I might be using some Posca pens, which I usually use my Posca pens to do highlights and stuff like that. Anyways, so this is how it looks right now. It's just like the beginning of the sketch. I still have to finish doing the rest of her hair and her hands, and I didn't even finish her hair clip yet. But anyways, I'm gonna have to go and finish that. Anyways, let's go ahead and start. So starting with the drawing, I'm continuing doing my sketch because unfortunately I forgot to hit record when I was doing this before, so I'm really sorry about that, but here I am finishing it up. I did the little bunny hair clip that she has in her hair, and then she has a couple little stars in her hair as well. Then I started sketching her hair. She actually has a little side ponytail right where her clip is, so I went and I drew that in. Then I went ahead and started drawing the stars inside of her eyes, just so when I go ahead and color it in with Posca pen that I will like know how to do it. Now I started doing the hands, which were really annoying. I'm not a fan of drawing hands at all. And I started doing the hands and I kind of got the right one to look okay, but the left one was really giving me problems. And I had to keep like redoing it and stuff, and then sometimes I thought the fingers were looking weird, especially the thumb on the left hand was giving me so much trouble. I kept working with it and got it to where I thought it looked okay, and then continued doing the sketch. So you can't see that much of her outfit, but she does have this really frilly part, and I tried to draw that as best as I could, but like I said, her hands are covering most of her shirt, and also the picture of her isn't her whole body. So here I am, and I got my moldable eraser, which I actually got a new one recently, and the old moldable eraser that I used to have was terrible compared to this one because it was not stretchy, and oh my gosh, this one I have now is so much better. Here I am doing the outlining, and honestly, I would say that outlining is kind of my favorite part of drawing. I know most people don't like it because it's just like super basic and they just want to get onto the coloring, but I don't know. I feel like I enjoy doing coloring, but it kind of gets boring after a while, but I like doing the outlining the most just because it's when like the drawing really comes together. So a while ago, the actual like good outliners I had were running out of ink, so I had these backup ones that I had bought from Five Below, and I've been using those for a while. And I will say that the Five Below outliners work actually very well, surprisingly. So here I am, and I'm just continuing to outline. I did make a little bit of a mistake right on the left hand. You can see I kind of make the pinky a little bit too short, so I had to like fix that, and I think that I went over with a white Posca pen later on, and that's how I fixed it and covered up my little mistake there. Anyways, as you can see, I just erased all my pencil marks and I have my outlined picture. So here I'm grabbing some dark blue and I'm starting to do her eyes, which I just wanted to hop into the eyes first because they were the part that I was super excited to do. For the base of her eyes, I did the dark blue at the top and then I did some pink at the bottom. I had this light pink at the very bottom and then covered the rest with a hot pink. After doing that, I tried to blend everything together with my zero alcohol marker, which basically is just used for blending. Then I went ahead and did her eyelashes real quick and then did her mouth, and I added a little bit of darker red in the back for shadow. After that, I moved on to doing the hair. So her hair is a blue and a purple color depending on the light. So there's going to be a lot of pink in her hair and purples just because of the lighting. So at the top left corner of her hair, you can see I added some pink, and I added some pink into her hair for like the highlights. I also added a little bit of yellow here and there. And this is just me covering the whole head of hair with blue. Then I went in and added some of the dark purple, so you can just tell that her hair has purple in it too. After I did that, I went and colored in her gloves, and I tried to add some shadow to the gloves as well. I did not have a very good peach color alcohol marker, so I had to use colored pencils for that, and then I went ahead and did alcohol marker for pretty much everything else. With the Posca pen, I added some sparklies to her eyes, and then I colored in the background. Okay, so I'm pretty close to being done, and I'm really happy with the way it looks right now, but I made a mistake right here, and I accidentally cut into her arm, so you can see that there is some red right here on where her arm is supposed to be. Maybe I can fix it with the Posca pen, hopefully. Also ignore the huge mess on my table. Anyways, so I'm just gonna have to like figure out a way to fix that right there. And I'm just hoping that the paint markers will help. So like I just said, I did mess up and cut into her arm a little bit, and first I thought I could just go over top with a colored pencil, and that only sort of worked. And after I colored in her arm with colored pencil, I realized I wasn't using the same colored pencil that I used for her face, so it didn't look the same. So I tried to go over top of both of the arms with the same color and hoped that it looked better. It sort of looks good, but you can tell that her arms are a bit darker than her face just because I accidentally used the wrong color. Anyways, for that little spot there, I just added white Posca pen for like a highlight. Does it look great? Not necessarily, but I really couldn't find a different way to fix it, so that's kind of what I decided to do. So I'm grabbing my Prismacolor color pencils and I'm adding a bunch of lines to her hair. Kind of the art style of this anime is I feel like they have a lot of more like loose strands of hair than other animes. So I went ahead and added a lot of streaks so you can tell like there's individual pieces of hair. Anyways, I also went and added more purple with my color pencil just to make sure you can see more purple in her hair. And then I went ahead and grabbed my light pink color pencil and just started adding more pink to the hair. I also will eventually grab like a dark pink, and I do some shading on her clothes and stuff, and I just continue doing a bunch of shading and highlights with the colored pencils. just something I wanted to say. If you're looking for colored pencils to use, buy Prismacolor color pencils. They are going to be kind of pricey. They are sort of expensive colored pencils, but they are so worth it. They are so nice to blend, and I've gone back and like used Crayola one time, and oh my gosh, you just like know how bad Crayola is once you've used these colored pencils. Crayola is really hard to blend stuff together, so I definitely recommend these. I know that if you buy them in smaller packs, they're not as expensive, but for their price, they are great. And now I am pretty much done with my entire drawing. Okay guys, so here is the finished drawing. I'm like really happy with it. I think I did a pretty good job on the eyes, and the hands were pretty difficult. They obviously don't look like the most amazing hands you've ever seen, but since I don't like doing hands that much and don't do them that often, I think that the hands look pretty good. So anyways, here's the finished drawing. I think she looks like super duper cute. Something that I didn't record is last minute I decided to add a bunch of little like white stars here with my Posca pen, and I think that looks really cute. I just thought the background looked a little bit bland and I needed to put something there so it like filled up the space. Anyways, here is I from Oshi No Ko. This was honestly really fun. This is actually the second character I've drawn from Oshi No Ko. I actually drew Aqua, but I didn't film that as a long video. I actually just made that into a short. So if you guys want, you can go and check out that short if you wanted to go ahead and watch that real quick. But yeah, here's the finished drawing. I think it's so cute. I was having so much fun doing the hair. Her hair was honestly so fun. So I was using a lot of blues and stuff, and then I realized that her hair's supposed to be purple, but I added a lot of the dark blue. So I went ahead and added some of the purple because depending on what picture you look at, kind of because of the lighting, her hair can vary from like a dark blue to a purple. So as you can see, I added like purple in some parts, like dark purple here, but then at the top there's a lots of blue and stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see whenever my new videos release. If you guys have any suggestions for what you would want me to draw, make sure to put those in the comments below. I read all of my comments and I love seeing what you guys write to me. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye!